Hi, Shalom. This week's Parsha Vayeilech. As we're getting towards the end of the Torah, in this week's Parsha, we come across the last two mitzvot of the Torah. Hakel, once every 7 years, everyone gathers together, men, women, and children, to hear the Torah, to be inspired, to be connected to Torah together as a tzibur, and the mitzvah of writing, the responsibility of each person to write a Sefer Torah. Perhaps this isn't a coincidence. They may seem unrelated, but each one focuses on something which is extremely important. On the one hand, yes, every single household, every single person has his own personal responsibility and relationship with Hashem to make sure it's done properly. And that is represented with the responsibility of each person having his own Torah. But at the same time, we're also part of Klal Yisrael. We're also part of something greater. And that's where the mitzvah of Hakel kicks in. Everyone gathers together. Everyone is connected to this beautiful thing of Torah. And this is the message as we're finishing the Torah, Moshe Rabbeinu's final moments with us to tell us this message, where on the one hand, you need the Hakel, but at the same time, you need the Sefer Torah. You have a Sefer Torah, but at the same time, you should not forget the Hakel. These two go together. And I believe this is going into Yom Kippur, ahead of Shabbat Shuvah and Yom Kippur. We should be thinking about these things as well. You see, at least in my experience, the vidui seems to be very personal. You know, each person has his own things that he's going through and his own sins or whatever it would be. But if you think about the wording, Ashamnu, it's not Ashamti, it's Ashamnu. Us as a public, we have responsibility for one another. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha. We don't say al chet shechatati in singular, but rather al chet shechatanu in plural. And we may come across the idea of averot, of ben adam l'chavero and ben adam l'makom. What is mechaper, what isn't mechaper? And I believe that this dimension of the personal and the national sort of continues also to these ideas of ben adam l'chavero and ben adam l'makom. And we should have these things in mind. There are averot ben adam l'makom that one does between him and God and in the home. And to that, the Torah should be the mitzvah of writing Torah should be the reminder. But we also have averot ben adam l'makom that are the effects of them are in the public domain, and we should be aware of we should bear those in mind and be aware of that. And the same thing I would say with ben adam l'chavero. Obviously, it's not one on his own, but it could be a small, intimate, one-on-one avera or sin, whatever would be ben adam l'chavero. But it also could be us as a general klal, as a general group of people. Unfortunately, we could be sinning ben adam l'chavero in different things that we don't, as a society, we don't take into account. Just going to Yomim Noraim, being inspired from Parsha Vayeilech, reminding ourselves that we have the personal and the public, and they all go yad b'yad, they all go hand in hand together. And hopefully with that understanding, with that memory, with that reminder, we'll be able to go to Rosh Hashanah, to Yom Kippur, with the understanding of Ben Adam Chavero, Ben Adam Makom, but also the prati versus the kali, the singular versus the general public, that of Am Yisrael together. Shabbat Shalom.